let's try this one more time. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Jay, and before the podcast gets started, I want to mention a couple of announcements. As you could tell, I am sick, and I did record the podcast while sick, so if I sound funny, I do apologize for that. I also wanted to mention I will no longer be on SoundCloud. I will put all my content on YouTube, because everybody is on YouTube. Not everybody can download the Spotify app, or not everybody wants to download an app that they don't want to use. I'm pretty sure YouTube is on everybody's phone. I'm willing to bet money. So if you're not paying for YouTube Red, which allows you to listen to any YouTube video with your phone locked, you can download the Musi app. And what it does, it's not just for me, it's for anything that you do on YouTube, because I know people listen to podcasts while they're working, while they're driving, while they're in school, or when they're just chilling at the crib. You want to listen to it with your phone locked, that way you're not killing your battery. I'm thinking about y'all. I'm really thinking about y'all. What you could do is download the Musi app. It's Musi. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's the way you spell it. I don't give a damn if I'm not pronouncing it right. They're not sponsoring me, so hey, if they're not paying for it, I don't have to say their name right. For all you can call it Musi or Masi. I don't know how the fuck. Anyways. And what it lets you do is you could copy and paste your favorite YouTube video, the link of your favorite YouTube video, and you could paste it in Musi, and you could listen to your content and view your video there. But if you don't want to view it, you could obviously just lock the screen, and it'll still be playing in the background while you're driving, while you're at work, while you're at school. God, I fucking hate being sick. I sound like an idiot. Like, I don't know how to talk. Anyways, y'all can do that. Did I have a second announcement? I don't think I had any second announcements. I had a couple of shout outs later on in the podcast that I probably won't name here, just because I would have to pull up the names. Nah, fuck it. Let's go ahead and give the shout outs. You'll hear your shout out. You'll hear your names twice in this podcast. Shout out to Anthony Hernandez. Shout out to John Belmont, and shout out to Mr. Kenneth for commenting on my last YouTube video. And thanks for the support, guys. I only thought I'd get like 30 views. Got like over 100. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that, because shows that 100 people are listening to my shit, listening to me talk for no fucking reason. And I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all my niggas. And if you're white, you're my friend, you're my buddy, you're the guy. You're the guy. You're my guy. All right, guys. Hope you enjoy the podcast. And yeah, hi Johnny. Bye, guys.
Warning: this podcast may contain explicit content and definitely explicit language that some listeners may find offensive. This podcast is called Uncensored Minds, after all. Listener discretion is advised.
Well, this is the first time I ever had to talk like this.
How? Like podcast?
Yeah.
Studio?
Yeah. Headphone, headset.
You lame. No.
It sounds pretty cool, though. I like it.
You can hear yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you. This equipment looks pretty expensive.
No, it is. Hello?
Yes.
There we go. I think that sounds a little good.
Look pretty expensive.
Oh, it only costed a pretty penny.
I could tell.
Hey.
Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, and I go by the name of Jake, and this is my podcast.
Yeah.
Come and get a view from the eyes of an everyday man on what is going on in the world. Laugh, or learn, or both,
Or don't.
as we dive in and talk about what is on my mind.
My nigga.
This is the Uncensored Minds podcast. So sit your ass down, listen, and enjoy. Cut it.
Hey, who the fuck does ad-libs on the intro, bro?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Uncensored Minds podcast. I am your host, I go by the name of Jay, and I am with a good buddy of mine, Eric White, but we call him Colton back in the day. Oh man, how was your weekend, man?
Oh, it was wonderful, and I actually get that a lot.
What, Colton?
Carlton,
yeah. I heard it from somebody else, man.
I just wish I had Carlton money.
Oh man, from Facebook rumors, he's dead.
Oh no.
No, I know he's not dead.
I was there.
I know he's not dead. What'd you do this weekend, man?
Oh man, I just spent time with my boys, and just had a blast with them. I just had pretty good news with the oldest one. He's doing word list, and he's pretty advanced, but I enjoy it. Man.
That's a hard work that's putting into your kids, man.
Oh yeah,
because I try to do the same with my daughter. I really do. It's harder, but I manage.
It's harder. A lot of people that say they want to have kids, a lot of kids, and I often question, well, what do you do and how much work you putting into it? Because it's not easy. I have 2, and it's not easy.
I mean, I kind of look up to you in a sense because I try to get my daughter to learn multiple languages as well. Speaking of multiple languages, I had to go to her school because her school has little electives, and she has these little, how do I describe it? These little stations,
learning stations.
Yeah, they have these learning stations where you could go to each individual station and learn something. And from my understanding, this is what happens when she's at home. She tells me, "Oh, I just learned about reading." She doesn't tell me anything that she learns. I learned about a book and stuff like that. That's all she tells me. And then she comes home singing in Spanish, and my household is English.
Yes.
And I have no problem with Spanish. It's just growing up, they do kind of look at you differently.
Yes.
If you speak Spanish, you would think that's an advantage because you're able to speak more languages.
Yes.
And, yeah. Not in this era for some reason. But so I was curious. I was like, well, let me backtrack. It originally started when her teacher told me that she was skipping Spanish class. I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll talk to her. I'll go to my daughter, and I'm like, baby, your teacher's telling me that you're skipping Spanish. Excuse me. And she said, I don't want to go. It's boring. I'm like, but baby, you got to go.
Yeah.
You have to go. Like, none of my other friends go. And this came to a shock to me because I was like, all her little friends are white. This is a predominantly white school. And she's telling me she's the only one going to Spanish class. So I felt away. And yesterday we had our student parent teacher conference or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter's a little liar, man.
Oh no!
She goes to an amazing school. They take turns, in groups. One group goes to music, the other group goes to Spanish, and they'll alter the next week.
Yes.
So when she says she goes by herself, it's because her friend is in another group doing music.
Oh, see, that makes sense.
And it's everybody doing it. It's 2 classrooms put together, and it's not like what. And I became paranoid because nowadays you
have to watch.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah, I have to, but I will take everything that she says with a grain of salt. I will believe it to an extent.
I don't know how she explained it to you, but you also got to understand.
She explained it that exact way. Yeah, she's the only one that goes by herself.
She's coming from a 4th grade. a 4-year-old mind thought.
Yeah.
So she probably see it like that.
Yeah, and it bothered me because I was like, because.
But
is she going to Spanish class? Because she's a little brown.
Tell me this: how did you handle it with the teacher though? You didn't go in there wild up, did you?
I did. No, I'm playing. No, I didn't. I went up there very presentable. Even my wife was like, "Please don't make a fool out of yourself. Please, don't be aggressive." And I wasn't aggressive. I waited till the perfect moment till she brought it up.
Uh-huh.
In the first 5 minutes, she brought it up. And teacher says, "Oh, they didn't love Spanish class. She can't wait for it now." I'm like, that little lying ass little girl.
Oh.
And from what I hear, she really does love it. But they gave us this 2 pieces of papers, and it told us she had no negative comments on it. Other little kids, she would tell, I'm gonna make sure to get this in the recording so my wife hears this. they say that she's truly appreciated because she knows how to behave. She knows how to sit down. She knows how to stay quiet. Other kids her age, which are 4-year-olds, which is reasonable, they flare around.
Energy, a lot of energy.
They don't know how to sit still and listen to direction. My daughter's over there in the corner just waiting for instruction. They said it's very highly appreciated because it's stressful. I was like, that's my baby.
And I often heard that girls are easier in the beginning versus boys. 'Cause I know my boys are full of energy. I mean, especially the fact they're not used to sitting in front of a TV. They're not used to video games. They're not used to phones, laptops, any of that. So it's strictly old school in my house.
I love that. I wish I could go back because I am. She's not used to cell phones anymore, but she used to me. But I think that was just a generation. They grow up in this They grow up in this era where kids know how to move cell phones.
Yes.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was 16.
Yes.
And even then I struggled. She just gets on mine and just starts tapping away like she knows what she's doing. I'm like, girl, you work at Apple and you ain't telling me?
It's not bad. It's just all about proportion.
Yeah. I really do limit her.
Yes.
But I mean, she knows how to sit quiet. She's a handful at the house, but it's just the one, so I can't complain. Hopefully, one later on in life, and that'd probably be it.
See, I think you, out of everyone that I know, a lot of people that I know, and I don't know how to better explain this, but you see me be two ways: around my kids and when I'm not around my kids.
Right.
The way I'm talking now, the way I carry myself right now as we speaking.
Still sounds professional. Yeah, I'm trying to get the hood. I'm trying to get the hood Eric out of here.
That's gonna come out. But this is normally the way I am around my boys.
By the way, Eric is black. If he sounds a little white,
hey, trust me, I'm full black. Pero yo hablo mucho español.
No, little fucking show off.
Je suis un jeté de ventre comme ça. French.
We motherfucker.
No, but I wanted them to be brought up the opposite way of the way I was brought up.
Right.
As you might have known, I didn't graduate from high school.
I did not know.
You didn't know?
No.
You wouldn't have told. That's because of the way I carry myself around my kids.
Right.
My boys think I'm smart enough to be a doctor.
So do I. Motherfucker.
But it's just the way that I want my boys to be way better than me. I don't want them to be average. I want them to be above average. That's why I try so hard to, work with them and show them that this is the way you carry yourself, not only as a human being, but as a man. It's just, it can be challenging at times.
There was a topic that I heard on the radio and that it intrigued me. I want to hear your honest opinion because they asked the question and they have people call in and stuff like that.
Okay.
Would you ever tell your kids about your pasts?
Yes.
You would?
Yes. When? After they graduate from high school.
Really?
Yes.
You would wait till that long?
Yes.
See, I had the same answer, but I don't think I had the same perspective.
Can I tell you the reason why?
Go ahead.
The reason why I say after high school, because I'm not going to give them any excuse to why they couldn't do something. They're not going to say, well, you didn't do it. That's not going to be thrown in my face.
Yeah, you smart.
Well, hey, Dad, I'm not going to finish high school. Why not? You didn't do it. You know what I mean? But they can't say that if they don't know. I'm not going to tell them that until after they graduate.
I sure hope they don't find this podcast in the future.
Probably. Probably not. Keep them busy.
Okay.
Keep them boys. I mean, it's us as parents.
I will become famous off this shit. I'm playing. I'll probably keep on making it Dallas.
I hope so.
I quit.
No, but yeah, I have to be careful what I expose them to, far as my personal life.
Right.
We just have to keep them on a straight and narrow. Both of them. My youngest one, I think, is going to be the toughest one, though. I could tell that he's more of an adventurer. He loves to figure out.
He's got an extra battery in him.
Yes. And you see it, and he's very quick-tempered. You know that. He's quiet.
I don't think I've seen him mad. I've heard him mad.
Yeah, he's quiet, but he will get Don't mess with his food.
Oh man, that goes without saying.
Yeah, don't mess with his food.
The reason I say I think I'll tell my daughter, I would tell her during high school, because I've gone through. Let's see, I did graduate high school, so she won't throw that in my face. I was bullied in middle school, and I became the bully in high school. So I want her to know what that mindset is before she gets bullied, or either she does the bullying. Either way, I also want her to stand up for other people if she could. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I think the point of telling her before high school is because high school is kind of where you do a bunch of stuff to find out who you are.
Yes.
And
not only that, you have friends.
Yeah.
Too, that you're trying to figure out.
And I got told, friends are, I don't like using that word lightly. Because I used to believe that friends don't exist. I'm like, yeah, they do, but they come in small proportions. Where in school, it's just a huge group, and you think I got 10 friends.
Yes.
It's like, I told my wife, I was like, I have a friend that you know, because when we're high school sweethearts.
Yes. And that's amazing. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, 10 years strong.
Wow. I think I found my true love at 24 years old. Yeah. And that's my wife now. So, yeah, I waited a long time. But I didn't want to settle down either.
Right. No, but I told her during high school that I was like, she had this really close friend. I was like, don't be surprised when she's not your friend no more. She's like, no, we've been friends since we were in middle school. And I was like, okay. As soon as they graduated, they had no reason to hang out. Yeah, but that's how it works. So it's like, I would definitely give those lectures to my daughter and all that stuff.
But not to invest so much.
Man, let me tell you this story, bro. I mean, well, before I carry on, yeah, my daughter's doing great in school.
That's awesome.
It's awesome, man. It's worth the money. I've been sending her to this little private school, and before they teach her ABCs and her numbers,
yes,
they're doing these little motor skills, like for their hands, so they can learn how to write.
Oh yeah,
they're doing sound noises so they can hear the differences between letters, because some of them sound alike. And I didn't know none of that until they told me at the end, because I was like, okay, they're listening to sounds.
Yes.
They have maps up, and they're feeling textures. I'm like,
that's
what?
Good.
I didn't think of it because it's only pre-K.
Yes.
They're setting them up.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's awesome. And she has like 3 teachers, and from just meeting them, they're awesome.
That's
awesome.
Good. Are they young teachers?
No.
Oh, see, that's why. I like that.
They look like very loving grandmothers.
Wow.
That's how I saw them. And not like old grandmothers.
No, I get what you're saying.
But they look like, I don't want to say old. They don't look old. If anything, they look very rejuvenated, very full of energy. But they look like the type to have grandchildren and treat them with the love. And that's how I perceive them.
Wow.
But she's doing great. I love that school. I love the school that she's in. I just got to teach her, baby, you can't be lying. Because daddy will go up there with a can of whoop ass.
Oh. Do you think she was... I can't imagine.
She lies. She lies. She lies.
Oh, wow.
I wish she didn't. Do you remember the first time you lied?
I think that's a taught behavior.
Lying?
Yes. That's not natural. I mean, it's natural in the sense of... If you get scared to tell the truth, then you lie.
She'll lie,
but
she'll lie to get out of boredom. That's the only time.
Yeah, but that's a taught behavior, in my opinion. I'm no doctor, but in my opinion, like my little boy, like my little boy, my oldest. I'm sorry. I would say, "Tell me the truth. Did you hit your brother?" Yes, and he would tell me why, and he'll give me his explanation. And then we move forward from that.
Well, where could she be getting it? So, because I mean, like
to consciously just be deceitful. That's taught.
Could it be that?
That's something you learn. Unless you do it out of fear, which I think that would, in my opinion, make it a little more automatic to lie.
I wonder where she would get it from, because she is an only child. It's just me and my wife, and I don't know where she would learn lying behavior.
Unless she's seen something that someone showed her.
Like,
not knowing they were showing her.
Like at school?
It could be. Did you hit me? I mean, no. Did you hear her? The teacher's talking to a student. Did you hear her? Has she seen that student tell the teacher no? When she's seen that student actually do the hitting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's multiple ways where you could actually teach a child something without even realizing you're teaching them. And I'm not talking about you and I'm talking about just general. Kids' mind are quick.
She'll lie to get out of anything boring to her. Like, well, I wouldn't even say lie, because when I tell her to go do something, like, oh, go clean up your room, I don't want to, it's boring. She'll use that, but I don't think she's. Now I'm thinking about it.
Let me tell you something, and I want your opinion on this. I had to lie to my son one time, and I want you to tell me how you would have handled this situation.
All right.
So my mother-in-law comes.
He found your porn stash, didn't he?
Nah.
Okay.
No, my mother-in-law came to visit us, right?
Right.
And my wife and I said, okay, let's go on a date. And but before we leave the house, you know, I have my pit bull and I have my wolf mixed with Siberian Husky. And I said, okay, well, I'm gonna leave them in the backyard. In Texas, period, I normally leave my dogs in the house, you know that. But I put them in the backyard. I said, in case they get into a fight, I don't want my mother-in-law getting in the middle of that, trying to break it up, because she can get hurt. Well, I go to the movies, my wife and I forget what movie we're to watch. But my wife get a text message during the middle of the movie. Hey, your dog got loose. I said, what? I said, how did they get loose? I left them in the backyard. We was only going to be gone for about an hour and a half. So my mother-in-law lets them in the house, right? Both of the dogs, because she said it was too hot outside. I'm like, what? Hold on. So I said, okay, they're in the house. So how did they get loose? She opened up the front door to go get something out of her truck.
And they ran out.
One of them ran out, the wolf. His name is Kodo. So my wife panics, and my mother-in-law, she's kind of heavy set. Not kind of, she really is heavy set. She's big. And
nothing wrong with it.
You know, she couldn't chase the dog.
Right.
My oldest tried to chase the dog. He grabbed him by the hair, but the dog was just too big. So he ran off. So we hurry up and rush home, and we're like, okay, we're finna go and look for him. Next thing you know, we're driving.
What movie did you watch?
I cannot remember what movie that was.
That was not a good movie. Carry on.
No, it was a good movie.
It wasn't. You don't remember.
You're finna find out why I don't remember. So I'm driving, and I fell asleep on the way home.
Right.
I'm tired. I fell asleep. And next thing you know, I hear my wife crying hard and hysterically. Crying. I'm talking about, I thought something bad really happened, which it did. She looked on the side of the road. My dog body parts was all over the highway. Yes. I'm talking about, you can see his limbs everywhere. He got hit by an 18-wheeler or something. Yeah. Blood parts, body parts. And it was right down the street from my house. So,
well, there's the ghost.
I know, right?
There's the ghost of your dog right there.
I know. So, I get back to the house. My wife, she goes in the bedroom. She's crying. She can't stop crying. We had that dog ever since he was a baby. And I think this dog was 2 years old at the time.
No, he's good.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Hey, it really sounded like the ghost.
Hey, Tiggy, you want to hop on the podcast, buddy?
And
how old is he?
He's 14.
14?
Which is unusual for a pit bull. He might be a little bit older. So we get home. The mother-in-law told us what happened, and my wife didn't want to talk to her all night. And called a friend over. He was a detective, and he helped me load up the pieces. We had to go put them, in the dog pound, and they took care of the remains.
Right.
But my son asked me, what happened to Kodo? And I'm looking at the mother-in-law with a little bit of a frown on my face because she ain't saying nothing. So I had to tell him, I said, look, he ran away. And then the next question he asked me, why? I said, because he had to go be with the other wolves. You know, wolves travel in packs. And he wanted to be with his family. And
I mean, I can see why you lied.
You know,
I could definitely see why.
And he asked me that for like, I promise you, 6 months straight. I mean,
he kept asking.
He kept asking me almost every. When is he coming back? When is Kodo coming back? I had to keep telling him. I told my mother-in-law, look what you got me doing. You know. And that dog cost me $400 too, by the way. She ain't even offered me a.
You don't think she felt bad?
No, she didn't. She ain't offered me nothing for about.
Oh, okay.
No burial or nothing. She didn't offer me no $5. I paid for. I've been asking her for $450 for 2 years now.
She sent love and peace.
Yeah, pieces, right? Got the pieces.
Hey, you quick on your feet, man. Yeah, I would have lied too.
You know,
I would have lied too.
And now Keegan's getting older. He's getting old and he's moving slow. I walk in the house now. He doesn't even notice I'm in the house at times. So now I ask my wife, so what do? We get a camera or another dog? You know, I'm not getting another pet.
Really, why?
Too high energy. It took him a long time for his energy. And he's fixed. Still took a long time. He's a good inside dog. I love him on the inside of the house, but yeah, he's high energy.
That's not bad. He's over there.
He's very well trained. You know,
yeah, I can see that.
He still has a lot of energy.
I still won't enter the house if you don't enter first, man. There's times that he walks at me and like,
Oh, he got that look, right? He got that stereotypical look.
That's racist, man.
I know.
It's a white dog. It's okay.
No, he's two-faced. You know, he got that brown and white.
That brown is from living with you, man.
So you don't think I was wrong for making that up?
Let's go the
how you would have handled it?
Let's go the other approach. Let's say we told him the truth. Let's say, your dog is torn to pieces. Do you think he would have had questions?
Yeah, I think he would have had questions, but I think they would have stopped earlier. He wouldn't have been looking for Kodo to come back.
I definitely wouldn't say, his limbs are all over. No,
I probably would have kept him a little mild.
How old was he?
He was, I have to say he was 3.
3? For some reason, my daughter understands the concept of death now.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers.
Good.
Mr. Rogers taught her that, man.
I mean, that's not bad, though.
No!
I mean, how else would you teach a child about death? Unless you have a goldfish. That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
I seen that on the Cosby Show.
Yeah, they actually talked about death through a goldfish. And they're like... And it was a sad episode. I was like, what are you watching? I didn't realize Mr. Rogers was that dark.
I didn't realize that either.
There was memes of him flipping people off.
Oh!
Anyway, let me tell you a story, bro, that happened at AMC, bro.
Okay.
I will never go back to this AMC over here in Houston. So, we went out on a family night. It was me, my wife, mother-in-law, and my father-in-law. And, I forgot what movie we wanted to go see.
The movie must not have been that good.
Shut up. It wasn't. Because I remember during this confrontation that I was like, I'm just going to leave. Oh, it was Night School.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Kevin
That's
Hart.
Not too long.
No, this was recent. And we go in, bro. We purchase our tickets. We go to the concession stand. I spent like $300 on two boxes of popcorn. Cause that's what the fuck it felt like. Fucking popcorn's expensive.
Yes.
Like, that's the
only more than tickets.
Yeah, that's the only way they make their money though. So we buy all our stuff and we head into the theater. There's this dude standing there and he's wearing an AMC shirt, right?
Yes.
We're not thinking nothing of it. He's like, I'm gonna have to see your tickets. I'm like, oh, this is new, huh? I was just thinking, this is great. So people don't just don't sneak in, whatever. That was my thinking at the time.
Which I can understand.
Right. So we show him our tickets. He pulls out a flashlight, and he's like, we see AMC, and we see AMC on the phone. We don't think nothing of it. He's just over there checking in. He's like, all right, go ahead. All right, go ahead. He doesn't give us our tickets back.
What?
We didn't think nothing of it because, like, okay, we're here. We're in the theater. Oh, well. The movie starts. And this couple comes up. And I think I should throw it in there. That they're ratchet. Oh. They were ratchet. I wouldn't have thrown that in there if it didn't cause a problem, but...
Yes.
So they come and look at our seats.
But you don't have your tickets.
No. They have the tickets. They're like, you're in our seats. And she's like, no, we bought these. And he shows her the tickets.
Oh.
And they're new tickets. And I was like, huh. So they make my mother-in-law get up. They make my father-in-law get up. And they go, and my father-in-law just moves over and sits down while my mother-in-law goes handles the business. I'm like, I'm going to go help her out.
Yes.
Apparently, we told him the story, and apparently there was not supposed to be a guy in the theater. I don't know how he got an AMC shirt on.
Wow.
All he had to do was pull up the AMC app that I have on my phone, and he looks official. What he did was he took our tickets, and the only reason we didn't get me and my wife didn't get off our seats,
yes,
is because my seats were paid by debit card. They paid in cash, so they returned
the cash.
They returned tickets to get the cash.
That sucks.
That sucks. So what happened after that? I mean, they were arguing back and forth, talking about, this is my seats, I paid for my seats. Like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You gotta get out of my seat, blah, blah. During the movie, I'm like, man. So I go over there. This lady comes up to the couple and like, I'm sorry. These weren't meant to be your seats. So like, she explained the story. They moved her up to like the very first row, which no one likes sitting in.
Yes.
But it's AMC. It's not that bad because it used to be like you cringe your neck up to look. Now it's
I can't stand that.
They have those reclinable seats now that you don't have to like look up. It's still up close. But man, I was like, man, you can't trust nobody. People know how to finesse.
That is crazy.
That's fucking insane.
And people actually take the time out to plan this stuff.
Yeah. So I decided to buy an AMC costume. And
So you thought that was a good idea, huh?
I was like, this motherfucker got me. He did a really fucking good job. I was like, oh man, I'm not even gonna hate. Because he got my ass.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is cell phone addiction. I am with my boy Eric. And we're gonna find out if you're addicted. Now, I got these 10 questions I'm gonna ask Eric, and I don't know if you want me to speak through them, and you can answer majority or. But first of all, do you find yourself spending more time on your smartphone than you realize?
Yes.
Okay. Do you find yourself mindlessly passing time on a regular basis by starting at your smartphone, even though there might be more better and productive things to do?
Yes.
Do you seem to lose track of time when you're on your phone?
No.
Okay. Do you find yourself spending more time texting, tweeting, or emailing as opposed to real-time people?
No, I don't do that.
Okay. Has the amount of time you spend on a cell phone been increasing?
No, it's the same.
Okay, you're on a good path. Do you secretly wish you could be a little less weird or connected to your phone?
No, I'm not on it. Like, I'm on it, but not like that.
Okay. Well, it gets more intense. Don't worry. Do you sleep with your smartphone under your pillow or next to your bed regularly?
Next to my bed.
I'm guilty of having it under my pillow sometimes.
Well, the reason why I can't have it under my pillow because I have my alarm set on there, so I needed to wake me up.
Oh, it'll wake you up. Do you find yourself viewing and answering texts, tweets, and emails all hours of the day, at night, even when it means interrupting other things that you are doing?
No, I don't do that.
Do you text, email, tweet, or surf the internet while driving or doing other similar activities that require your focus, attention, and concentration?
At work, yes.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Do you feel your use of your phone actually decrease your productivity at times?
No.
All right.
I stay wired up. I do.
Do you feel reluctant to be without your phone, even if it's for a short time?
Yes, I don't like to be without my phone.
I don't either.
I have certain reasons why.
Nah, I don't want to hear the reasons, man.
Oh, okay. Well, it's legit.
Nah, man. If you're going for a run and you forget your phone, are you going to run all the way back here?
It depends.
Okay.
It really depends.
When you leave the house, you always have the phone. Always have the phone with you, and you feel uncomfortable, agitated when you accidentally leave your phone in the car or at home and have no service, or one is broken.
Yeah, I got to be able to reach the family.
Yeah. When you eat meals, is your phone always part of the table place setting?
No.
I can't. I don't know. This is different, I guess. I try to be better with that. I really tried not to have
my wife got on to me about that once.
Really?
Yeah.
Good woman. I try not to. I really tried recently after I done all this research on this. When your phone rings, beeps, buzzes, do you feel an intense urge to check for texts, tweets, or emails, updates, and whatnot?
Nah.
So as soon as your phone rings, you don't go check
Nah.
it? Okay. Do you find yourself mindlessly checking your phone many times a day, even when you know there's nothing new or important to see?
That's a no. I'm a routine guy.
Okay.
That's probably why I'm not like that.
Well, if you have answered yes to most of these questions, then I have some bad news for you. You're addicted. These are a couple of questions that I have found on SiteGuys.com that really help me understand more about the addiction that no one seems to be concerned about. No, seriously. If I smoked a cigarette for every time you picked up your phone, forget being called addicted, I would be dead. You might suffer from a cell phone addiction or nomophobia, not to be confused with nosophobia, which is an irrational fear of connecting a disease. And nomophobia is a fear of being without a mobile device. Yes, that is real. Well, nomophobia is purposely named the phobia of being without a cell phone contact. However, it is arguable that the word phobia is misused and that it's a majority of the case, it's just another form of anxiety disorder, according to Wikipedia. So have you ever panicked when you lost your phone? Have you ever once believed that your phone has rung or vibrated when it hasn't?
No.
No? Oh, it always feels like my phone vibrates when it hasn't. Now, according to Dr. Manzi Alvarez on the Health Talk, 50% of teenagers feel like they are addicted to cell phones, and 78% of teens check their phones at least hourly.
And that's why, because I'm an older person. That's probably why I'm not.
Don't worry. We'll get to us.
And hold on. And another reason why. I do believe there is cell phone addiction, but I also believe there's things in the cell phone that causes people to get addicted to
We're
that.
about to get to that. And actually, it's crazier than you might think. I looked at the statistics, and I think that it isn't bad, but now that I think about it, I am addicted because I check mine at least every 5 minutes. But is it too late to reverse the damage? Should there be a Surgeon General warning when you buy a new iPhone? What are the risks of having a phone? One problem I have is cell phones are too easy, and they're an easy gateway to get to social medias. You could hop on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, farmersonly.com. At a press of an app, young adults using several social media platforms were 3 times as likely to suffer from depression.
Wow.
A 2017 study published in the journal Child Development compared teens from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and found that today's teens are taking longer to engage in both the pleasures and responsibilities of adulthood.
Because they're not engaging with anyone.
No, of course not. But this cell phone addiction isn't just for the youngsters. Adults are having the same problems. We cannot go anywhere without having our phones in our hands. We can be in a group of people. We got to record it. We got to satisfy ourselves with the recording and the people on those free apps. Even if it's an office space before there is a meeting, what is everyone doing? No one is talking to each other. They're all on their phones. Now, let me not get it twisted. Having a cell phone makes life so much easier.
It does.
Yeah, from making phone calls or sending out a simple message, from staying in touch with others to getting help in case of emergencies.
Checking your email.
Yeah, calling 911. From entertainment to shopping to education and research purposes, our phones can pretty much do it all. But too much of a good thing really is too much of a good thing. What are our phones doing to us? Cell phones have increasingly become a representation of social status. For one, there is always the pressure of having the newest and baddest phone and that just came out. And I ain't gonna lie.
In my opinion, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
I believe that it increases addiction, not just cell phone addiction. I believe it increases any addiction that you may have. Let me give you an example. If you're a gambler.
Oh, I have that in here, but go ahead.
You know, now you have it at the access and you get to take it everywhere you go with just your phone. If you're a person that's addicted to porn, you don't no longer have to rely on your desktop. You know, you have it on your phone now. You take it everywhere you go.
You can jerk in the potty.
Yeah.
Portable potties.
You telling your boss, I gotta go to break. I gotta go.
Again?
Yeah, I gotta go to break. I gotta go to my truck right
That's
there.
the fifth break today, White.
I left my keys. Left my keys in the truck. I gotta go get them out. You gone for 2 hours.
Yep.
And
that's quite impressive. 2 hours.
You don't watch the whole full scene.
You watch the movie.
Yeah, you don't watch the whole full movie. God dang it. But yeah, I believe it does increase addictions as far as video games. What they say about video games are addictive. They used to say that, right?
Yeah.
But now you have it on your phone.
True.
I believe that now that like a video game, you used to just sit in front of the TV, but you had to go to work.
Yeah.
Now you get to take the video game with you to work.
I mean, yeah, cell phones cause a lot of problems like that. I mean, when I had my iPhone 7, because I had an iPhone 7, when it first came out, I had to get it. And yes, I fucking loved it. But less than 1 year later, a new phone came out and they made mine obsolete. Even though they can do the exact same thing, in a study that was conducted by Baylor University, cell phone addiction was like to impulsiveness and materialism and a preoccupation with material objects as opposed to an intellectual, spiritual, cultural values. I do have the latest iPhone now.
Wow.
So like, I'm at fault with this, man. A new phone comes out, I want it. I gotta have it. I mean, but I don't know if
I'm too cheap for that. You know how long I had
what phone you got right now, son?
Well,
what phone you got right now, son?
Before I had this,
shut up.
Went through Galaxy S3. What was the 3? Not S, but it was a Galaxy 3.
I think it was a 3. You did have an old phone.
I had that. I broke it. Then I looked on OfferUp. I found another 3.
Wow.
And I held on that one for a long time, and I finally broke that one. I finally just upgraded to this one.
Got you a nice phone. What's this one? They don't know what's this one
is. This is
the
Galaxy S8 Plus. Mm-hmm. As you can see,
it's only 1 year old.
Yeah, it probably is.
Mine is only a month old.
And, you know, I'm old school. I stick to YouTube and music.
Yeah.
And I do get on Twitter occasionally in my emails.
I deleted my Twitter. I don't know if you know.
You know, I tried to, but I don't know how.
Now, those are some problems you didn't think that could come from your mobile device. Mm-hmm. Here are some more statistics associated with your smartphone. 71% of people sleep with or next to their cell phones. 71%. 35% of people think of their cell phones when they wake up, while only 10% of people think of their significant other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that hurts. Because I do reach the phone before I say good morning, babe. Oh, it's like, let me check on these snaps. Now, 36% of people check their phones constantly, while 54% of young adults are checking it constantly.
Wow.
So, yeah, these are big numbers. 40% of people never disconnected from their cell phone, even while they're on vacation, and I'm at fault.
Let me ask you this: at what age do you let a kid start using a cell phone?
Start using or start having? Start
having their own cell phone.
High school. And I would hate to say that, but high school is a busy time in their lives. Mm-hmm. If they got extracurricular activities, if they're staying after school,
but I think they're doing that in middle school, right? Too, right? Like sports and.
Yeah, but I think in middle school, parents know what time. Okay, you're going to sport. You're going after school. So at 6 o'clock, I'll pick you up at 6 o'clock for high school projects and group studies and I study groups. I said that backwards. It's more kind of like till you're done. Mm-hmm. At least it was for my.
Let me tell you this: a guy I work with, his son, 10 years old. No. How old are you in 5th grade?
About 10.
10? Okay. He went through his son's phone and he looked on his history. He seen that
he found some titties.
Yeah, he was looking at porn.
Damn, a 10?
Yes. He seen it.
Let me turn the mic off real quick.
He seen that he looked at it 10 times. He was so heartbroken.
Do your balls drop at that age? Like,
I have no idea how he got exposed to that, but it was like the second time I heard about a kid getting hold of that.
porn is a very nasty thing.
But I wonder how they getting that thought in their head. Is it TV or is it?
I'm guessing it has to be TV, bro. I mean,
or is it their friends at school showing them?
It could be. It could be a bunch of this stuff because porn is a nasty thing. I don't knock it because I've watched it. Mm-hmm. Know multiple people who watch it, but for a 10-year-old, that gives them the expectation that that's how it really is. Porn is fake. Mm-hmm. I grew up thinking something was wrong with me because I started watching porn at an early age. I'm like, oh shit, how come my dick ain't the same size as my arm? like something wrong with me. It just gives you a there's multiple things but like I said,
do you think the women that's watching it believe that's how they should carry themselves as far as in the bedroom?
I don't think so. I think porn is just fantasy.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so I don't think any women young women, I don't know.
No, like the newer generation.
I can't speak for young women, but I think women overall just know that it's not real. Mm-hmm. They're doing it, they're looking for people who are built for this industry.
Yes.
Just making them smash each other. But yeah, at 10 years old, you don't know that. No one's going to have this talk with you. No one's going to be like, hey, buddy, that's fake.
And that's one of the conversations my wife asked, how am I going to handle it? I have 2 boys.
I was about to ask you.
And they're going to ask me about that. I can't sugarcoat it, but the thing that I do want them to get married before they have it. I really do, because it's addictive. I know I can't go along without it. I'm glad I got married. But
so we stopped once we got married.
Oh wow! Yeah, right.
Damn, she just broke up.
Right? But one of the things that I have to teach them, because the more you tell a child no, don't do this, the more
they're gonna do it.
So this is what I told my wife. I say, listen, I have to educate him on not necessarily not doing it, but what could go wrong if you're not married.
Yeah.
If your wife is not faithful, or if you're not faithful. Show them these pictures of herpes, and you know how they used to show us back in the school.
Waffle.
Yeah, they used to show us that back in the day. Yeah. Used to be like, ew, what is that? Yeah. People was wearing condoms back in the day. Yeah. Now it's frowned upon. Oh, take birth control pills.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd handle that.
So I would have to show him pictures. Look, son, this is the diseases that you can get. I don't want to turn him off from being with a woman. Yeah. Or pursuing a wife. But you don't want him to be out there being a little hoe either, catching something.
That's hard. Because he's 10.
10 years old, but I will wait till he bring it up. I'm not gonna go at it first. I have to wait till he bring it up.
Yeah.
Now my son's pretty open right now. Surprisingly,
right.
I haven't gave him reason not to be yet. He's pretty open. You met him.
Yeah, that's tough.
He tells me everything. So,
getting off the titties and ass. What are some of the major signs and symptoms of smartphone addiction? Tolerance, withdrawals, failed attempts to cut back on smartphone use, loses track of time when on a smartphone.
Have you ever hit your wife's phone?
Have I ever hit it?
Yes.
I don't think I ever touched my wife's phone. And it was crazy.
Did she go through your phone?
She wants to, and I don't know why I'm so paranoid. Like if I'm doing something, this is the way I see it. My phone is like my brain.
Yes.
Everything that I do on my phone is my brain.
Yeah.
I don't like people tinkering with my brain, but my wife will insist that I'm hiding something. She could get on my phone.
Yes.
I have nothing to hide. It's just like, I just don't like people messing with my phone.
I know
and then she probably would want to.
I don't hide too much from my wife, but if she has to go through my phone, I will show her. I think when we first met, I say it was the first week when we were serious. She somebody texted me and she picked up my phone. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, she said, "I just wanted to see." I said,
and that's probably what my girl wants to do.
I said, I don't go through your purse. I don't go through your phone, so you don't go through mine. I said, I pay for this. I said, if you want to know something, ask me, but don't just grab my stuff.
I think that's what it is. That she just wants to.
And she never reached for my phone again. She never asked or anything. But I do have a lot of, I don't want to say friends, but a lot of close people that ask for advice.
Right.
Even with their relationships or with their kids and stuff like that. Some things I would let her know. Some things she don't need to know.
Right.
You know, because if it get out, then it falls back on me.
Right.
And I don't want her to have to remember not to say something. So
I think that's why she wants to go through my phone. But I have nothing to hide. See, my laptop is connected to my phone. Mm-hmm. So she really could go through my stuff.
Yeah.
She's gone on my laptop before, you know.
I've shown her before some personal stuff.
I have nothing to hide. It's just, I don't know, my phone's... I treat everybody's phone like with privacy, just like I want with mine. I've never gone through my wife's phone. I trust her 100%. She hears this, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I don't go through her
phone. Time to go. I don't go through her phone. She'll go through my stuff. And I won't throw a fit about it. She could go through my laptop right now and find everything that's on my phone. I mean, I'm good.
I told my wife because
I mean, in the exact same thing goes. Is like I have personal.
It's all about trust, really.
Yeah, I have personal conversations with like people like my brother, my sister, and like things that I may not want anybody else to know.
Yes,
and just because they're really like
it's personal.
Yeah, it's personal stuff, but.
And you don't know if that person wants you to share.
Exactly, and that's the only reason.
Yes.
I have had those conversations, and I guess that's why I'm like, oh.
Now, do people get caught cheating through their phone? Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, so much.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of relationships have fallen apart because of phones and social media accounts and stuff like that.
You know, and it shouldn't bother me. I should, next time I'll probably just give her my phone. But it's just like I can't be without my phone. I think because I might be addicted to it. I think I might be addicted to it. Yeah.
Oh, Saturday,
right?
When I went to the wedding, I purposely left my phone in the truck.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always feel like I need it.
Nah.
I need to start.
Because I wanted to make sure I was engaged with everyone and, good to know.
I need to start learning that.
And then I end up getting a couple of drinks in me and I still got quiet.
Now, in worst case scenarios, increased illness due to germs, 1 in 6 phones has fecal matter on it. That's real shit.
Hey, I use hand wipes and sanitizer.
I do too. But that's
my phone.
Yeah, I do too.
But go ahead.
We're that 1 in 6. E. coli bacteria, which can cause fever, vomiting, and diarrhea, is found on many phones.
God, nasty motherfucker. People don't watch their nasty.
Nah, they take their phones to shit.
Man, I seen that in Costco. I promise you.
Huh?
Yes, I'm about to tell you. Now I go in there, use the restroom.
Right.
It's this tall white dude. I say about 6'2". He's in there before me. Now he finished right before me, and right when he supposedly had washed his hand, he didn't even wash his hand. He didn't even walk to the sink. He walked straight out. Now I wash my hands.
Hold on, grab that motherfucker by the shoulder.
And I'm sitting here talking shit to the whole time that he left. I'm saying, this is a nasty mother. So I go outside and he's talking on his cell phone and he had his daughter right beside him. I said, this dude is nasty.
Yeah. And that's what I think.
If you see this guy, I promise you, he don't even look like the type that would be nasty. With the way he's dressed.
You'd be surprised.
And I said, this dude is nasty. And he flushed the toilet. The old school flush is not the sensor one. It's the old school handle.
He had to touch it.
So he had to touch
he's got E. coli on his phone.
So I was like, he hurried up and was talking on his phone. I said, that was nasty. And then he grabbed his little girl by the shoulders. And
I'm constantly cleaning my electronics. Like you could, my wife could tell you, I'm always shining up my phone. I'm always cleaning up the laptop. It's just we touch stuff and we don't even know. Like you could catch anything.
Well, speaking of catching, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of blacks are keeping their cell phones on them like it's tattoo. especially when you get pulled over.
Yeah.
Anything that have to do with the cops.
Cop shows up all nice. Good morning, officer. I'm recording this.
Yes.
Yeah. It's that paranoia, man, because there are bad cops out there.
Yeah, but I don't believe all cops are bad, but
No,
there
of
are bad
course not.
cops.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the cell phone and cameras work for both sides, honestly.
I have no problem with it, yeah. Because those people who need to be documented should be documented.
Yeah, both sides.
All right. Now, would you even believe that they can be contaminated with MRSA, which causes life-threatening infections in bones, joints, surgical wounds, bloodstreams, heart vessels, and lungs?
I believe they cause cancers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That with the radiation. I'll go back. I'll get to that in a second. Now, going back to worst-case scenario, car accidents. People really be bugging when they think that they can multitask and use their phones while driving. But this causes significant impairment and puts the driver and others in danger. As the great rapper Propaganda once said, multitasking is a myth. You ain't doing anything good, just everything awful.
Yes.
Now, research also shows that texting and driving can be just as dangerous as drinking and driving. It also causes male infertility. Studies have shown that cell phone radiation may decrease sperm count.
That's why you don't keep it in your pocket.
Got to. I keep it on them cheeks. I put them in my back pocket, man. Sperm mobility and viability. Now, let's get to the psychological effects of cell phone addiction.
Oh, wow.
Sleep disturbances. Addiction has been linked to an increase in sleep disorders in users. Bright lights may decrease sleep quality.
It does.
Yeah.
Even if you watch TV.
I know this because of the blue light that is... the blue light, that's why the night shift or night mode or whatever it is on my laptop and cell phones. I have it on my cell phone. I have it on my laptop. So if I'm late at night, that blue screen really do fuck with your ass. It causes depression and anxiety. Research has found that college students who use their cell phones the most are likely to feel anxious during downtimes. Relationship problems. Offline relationships may suffer as a result of neglect because of excessive cell phone. Or what I think the real issue at hand is, it's social media use.
Yes.
To quote Simmons, I'm thinking of saying his name right, Sink.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate to mispronounce his name. Who was speaking of millennials. At the workplace, the chemical known as dopamine is released whenever you get a text message. That is why it feels good to get a response. The reason we keep going back to Facebook and why we count likes. Dopamine is also the same chemical that makes us feel good when we smoke, drink, and gamble. In other words, it's a highly, highly addictive. We have age restrictions on cigarettes, alcohol, and casinos, and we have no age restriction on cell phones and social media. He also goes as far as to say that this is equivalent of going to the liquor cabinet and encouraging them to drink when the hardships of life or adolescence hits. You have an entire generation that has access to an addictive, numbing chemical called dopamine through social media and cell phones as they are going through high stresses of adolescence. I also love the fact that he did an awesome job comparing the addiction of being an alcoholic. But another thing that I love is that he states that there is nothing wrong with using social media. The same way that it's fun to drink. If you drink too much, it's a bad thing. Gambling is fun. Too much of a bad thing.
Yes.
Same thing with social media. Too much is a bad thing. Because when you rely on social media, deep, meaningful relationships with friends do not exist because you never develop the skill set to build friendship. So when significant stress starts going onto their lives, they do not turn to friends. They turn to a device. They turn to social media. That offers a temporary relief. He talks about instant satisfaction. When you need to buy something, you can just go on Amazon.
Yes.
And it's there the next day. You want to watch a movie? You don't have to check the movie times. Just open up an app and start watching. You want to watch a series? Just binge an entire season. Do you want to pull up some hoes? Just swipe left. You don't have to learn how to approach people anymore. You can do that on an app now. Why learn social skills when you can learn social media skills?
Wow. And it's two different things too.
Yeah, it is. It is fucking with people.
You don't have to spell out your whole words. You just
you want
to say
it does
you.
It for
you just use the letter U.
You just On top of that, you don't gotta learn how to spell anymore, man. Spell check got you.
And you got emojis.
Yeah, anything you want can be instantaneously. Anything you want, instant gratification. Anything you want you can get with a snap of your fingers, just like Thanos. Except job satisfaction and strength of relationship. There's no app for that, folks. Let me zoom in because I can't read now. My eyes are getting strained. That blue light. The science is alarming. They did an experiment on mice and gave the rats 2 different flashing colored screens to represent multitasking on cell phones, computers, and televisions. The mice that were exposed to the flashing lights took 3 times longer to solve a maze compared to the mice who wasn't exposed to flashing lights. And the damage was permanent. It didn't even stop after they were no longer exposed to flashing lights. So this is permanent brain damage.
Wow.
Caused by things like cell phones, laptops, and excessive use of it. Social media has a lot to do with it too, man. But I mean, and that's part of the reason I don't have any social medias. I probably will create some for this podcast. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing a little bit of history.
I've actually seen a police officer texting while driving.
Okay, he's got a laptop too.
Yes, I've seen that.
No, I realized that social media is very. Let me tell you the reason why I deleted it. I became very depressed because of it, and I didn't realize it. Oh, wow. Social media is a highlight reel.
Yes.
You see everybody's highlights and accomplishments, and you're not seeing none of their struggles, and you're thinking, why am I struggling?
Yes.
How am I messing up? What am I doing wrong?
Mm-hmm. But a lot of people also get in trouble because of they highlighting their success. Look at the Kardashians, for instance. Didn't she get robbed in Paris or something? But then
supposedly.
And nobody touched her.
I don't know, man. But I don't know how it is today, but everybody's doing good on social media. They're only posting smiles.
Oh, wow.
And it's hard.
I mean, it's been a couple of instances where some guys, people have committed suicide on social media.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because they don't think their life is any good because of social media. You're seeing other people succeed. You're not seeing the struggle when working out. Do you not have to work hard first? Go through all this pain to get to where you want to go?
Yes.
Life is the exact same thing, but on social media it doesn't show that way. Oh, I just got a new car. Oh, I just got a new house.
Yes.
They didn't see the overtime that they had to put in.
See, it's not like old school, though. I mean, it's so competitive now. It's not like old school. You know, me, I don't want nobody to see what I have.
Yeah.
I don't have much as it is.
I mean, I show off this mansion.
Nah. Nah.
That's right. Eric has a mansion.
No, I don't. But, yeah, I'll be shy. I mean,
nah, but that's what everybody's doing. They're putting their highlight reels and they're comparing their lives to other people's lives.
Yes.
And they're miserable.
Yeah.
If I was 14 today, I'd probably kill myself.
Yeah, it's so bad.
You're not allowed to make any mistakes. They'll crucify you if you make a mistake.
Oh my.
You could make. Why were we able to make mistakes back then? Because not everything was on the internet.
Yes.
Now everybody's life is on the internet.
I didn't have name brand shoes growing up. I didn't have no Jordans and no Adidas and what was that? K-Swish. Yeah, I had shooters, Bonjour,
Shacks,
Pro Wings.
You had some Shacks, didn't you?
Yeah,
fresh off the hanger.
That was expensive. Too expensive.
Oh, man,
I had none with no good name on it.
Yeah, and people go through hard times.
Yes,
but they don't see that because you open up Facebook, everybody's smiling, everybody's got it good,
everybody looks happy.
Yeah,
but you know.
It's all the front.
Yeah, it's a cover.
Only social media I have now, and I told you I deleted my Twitter, is Snapchat. And the reason I like Snapchat is because I only accept people that I know. Mm-hmm. And it's in real time. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, you know, I know when I had a Facebook, I was like, man, this person's always on vacation. How are they doing it? They have saved pictures on their phones, and they'll just post them whenever. They could be working at Sonic right now, and she's like, oh, picture of me on the beach. Picture of me in casino in the city. Like, I'm like, man.
And stuff are not out of reach, but people just want it fast.
Yeah. And social media looks like it got it fast.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I just got my car. No one, you didn't see the struggle that person had to go to. Or, like, the only life that you should be comparing to is yours. Is your own.
Yes.
You could only say, am I doing better than yesterday? Mm-hmm. To go compare your life to someone else who may have been working their whole life.
And you don't know what that person's going through.
Yeah, and social media will never show you that. It's crazy. And ever since I deleted my social media, I haven't been looking at no one's highlight reels. Once I started talking to people, from person to person, they're going through the same things I am. I started feeling a little bit normal now. But I didn't. It's crazy. That's what. Would you stay in a relationship that constantly talks so much shit to you?
No.
Social media is a relationship. You open it, people just hating already. Why would you do it? Why? I don't understand. Why would people do that to themselves?
Why would people still hating these days?
Yeah, they still hating. They think it's cool to hate.
You remember when it was bad to hate? It used to be frowned upon. Now it's cool to hate.
Now it's cool to hate. Yeah. Oh, he got the new iPhone. Remember when because we used to work together. If you were moved around, what'd they say? Oh, whose dick did he suck?
Yeah.
Or
dust off your knees.
Yeah. You got something on your lips. Yeah. You remember that shit? No one could ever be happy for no one. And now you got yourself a good job. And what I always tell you, bro, I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you.
You never hated on me. Not once.
No, I've hated on you. I've hated on you.
Nah.
I wouldn't say hate. Nah, but I've always been happy for you for but I like to see people win.
Yes, that's why.
When I win, I want people to be like, he deserves it.
Yes.
I'm not winning now. I've been struggling. Speaking of struggling, guys, hi. I've actually had a couple of announcements that I should have put at the very front of the podcast that I didn't get to, and I'll mention them now. So, a couple of announcements. I'll probably move this to the front. I will no longer be on SoundCloud. I'm strictly putting all my podcasts on YouTube.
Yes.
So I will be putting them all more frequently now. And sorry for going a whole month without a podcast. I was busy. I was working on my book. I have multiple things that I'm working on.
Man, he's multi-talented, guys. I'm serious.
They'll see. They'll see for themselves. They'll all see.
A hell of an artist.
No, they won't see that.
He has many art forms. I think he's truly talented. A man with many talents.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I will be posting on my podcast on YouTube now, so look for that platform. And if you're the type of person that likes to listen to podcasts while you're working and you need your phone cut off, I would download the Musi app. It's MUCI. It's both on Android and on iOS. What it does, you just type in the link of your YouTube channel, and then you just lock your phone, and it'll continue playing in the background, so you can continue working. You could have it in the car. It's a great app. It's not sponsored, but the recommendation for those on YouTube, because I will be trying to go to Spotify in the near future, but that's going to cost money, guys, so bear with me. And I'm back in the routine of doing one podcast every month. I will try and set a goal for a podcast every 2 weeks. At least I'll try, but if not, you'll definitely get one next month. You're getting one this month, and I'm gonna try to keep it consistent. I think I just found a new way to balance out writing my book, working on podcasts, doing research for the podcast, getting people to come in. It's not easy, man, especially having a full-time job and having a full family.
I would definitely subscribe to your...
Oh, well, thank you, sir. If you haven't already, you fucking asshole.
I'm not sure if I did or not.
You probably didn't. I didn't receive the email. No.
Or you receive an email? See, that tells you how...
I'm fucking with you.
I don't know if I did or
not. But also, I would like to give a quick shout out to Anthony Hernandez, Kenneth Barrett, and John Belmont for leaving a comment on my last video. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I only expect to hear or see like maybe 30 views on my last YouTube channel. Got all the way to 111. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the love. I mean, 111 people listened, and that was only off of one time posting it on my Snapchat. I didn't even advertise for it, so I really do appreciate that. Let's see. What else did I have to talk about?
My mom just texted me.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, if you give me 5 minutes, I want to tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
So,
we got time.
Last year, I'm at my mom's house. My mom's like, what, 60, 64, I think?
Yeah.
And she's real country. I'm talking about, she's the type of person that'll do it herself. Anything. Mechanically, yard, whatever. She drinks, smokes, and she cusses like a sailor. My mom's, I'm talking about old school.
Right.
Well, one day she was sitting outside smoking a cigarette. I had my boys in the house. I went outside and we in her backyard. And I see my mom smoking a cigarette, and I see this lady across the street. She about 60s, maybe 70. She about 6'1", skinny, older lady. And I see her walking with her head down. And my mom made a comment about her. I said, what happened with her? And she said, yeah, it's just bad what happened. I said, Mom, what happened? So she started telling me that one day she was walking her dog. She had like a little lap dog, real fluffy. I think it was a terrier, if I'm not mistaken. Right. And she was walking along the grass, and it's this house that has a fence about 6, the 6 feet fence, wood fence.
Right.
And it had little holes along the side of the fence. And the lady was walking her dog. And the dog, you could hear other dogs on the other side of the fence barking. I'm talking about loud. They sound like huge dogs. Well, the little dog ran under the hole.
Shit.
Yeah. And I'm looking at my mom.
That dog didn't come back.
Like, my mom was telling me this story. I was like, this is not going to end good, is it? And this is what I'm thinking the whole time she's telling me this story. Well, the dog got snatched under. Yeah, and you can hear that little dog screaming and hollering. So the lady, she's real skinny. She's getting down on her knees, stick her arm in the hole to try to pull her dog out. And she pulled her arm out. She couldn't get the dog out. She pulled her arm out, and there's blood coming all out her arm, right? So she walks around and opens up the back fence. She goes back there.
I already don't like where this is going.
Amazingly, though, I guess those dogs were tired. I don't know if the owners came out and grabbed the dog, but she got her dog out. The dog was dead. Yeah. And I asked my mom, I said, why you didn't go over there and help? She said, nigga, you crazy. I said,
I'm about to say the exact same thing.
I said, Ma, you couldn't help her pull on that leash. She said, hell no. But my mom said, come to find out, the lady had Alzheimer's. And I felt bad. The lady had Alzheimer's, and she wasn't in her right mind. That's why she was walking so close to that fence. It was just normal routine for her. And I guess that one day that hole got a little too big, and her dog just went under there. And she said she picked up the dog, dead and all, and walked all the way back home. And now she walks along the side of that street just by herself now.
That's sad.
I know. I told her there's no happy ending to that story. When my mom told me about that, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, that is so wild. I kept instigating too. I'm like, Mama, you wrong for that. You could have helped that lady out. You could have helped.
You crazy.
Yeah, she said that quick.
Shit, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't have helped either.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I probably would have went and knocked on the neighbor's door.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. My mom, she wasn't going to put down her drink for nobody. She said she heard that dog just scream. And my mom have 2 little lap dogs. And she heard, you could hear that dog screaming from a mile away. Just, it's just sad.
Huh?
No. And when the lady put her arm down, my mom said she just knew it was over with. So, but yeah, it was just a story that I couldn't stop thinking about for a while.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I'm glad my son was in the house when she was telling that story, because he wouldn't have forgotten.
Shit.
Yeah. Pretty horrific.
Yeah, thanks for having I don't even think I could end the fucking podcast like this.
I know. It's just one of those things. What do you do? I mean, how do you help someone? I mean, there's no way you could have known something like that was going to happen.
You keep the dog over there, man.
Yeah, if you could tell the lady not to go over there, don't walk that way, But it was just too late. My mom knew it was over with when it started.
Wow.
And now she never got her another dog. She just walks by herself.
Well, thanks for ending the podcast that way. No, I can't end it that way. Well, come on, what can we talk about? Let's have a good week. Let's have a good week.
Story.
No, man. You're horrible, man. I don't want no sad stories. I'm trying to go through my shit, see what I can talk about. What else is on the docket? God damn, man. Get your boy Donald Trump, man. Before he deports my ass.
Oh, man.
You hear that shit? He want to fucking get rid of born citizenship?
Birthright citizenship, I believe.
I'm out of here.
Nah, that costs too much money to do that.
Yeah, nah.
I heard that he wanted to stop it. There's a difference between stopping it and going back and getting all the people that was born here. Because if he was to do that,
if he were to do that, he needs to send his wife first.
Yeah, that'd be too much money. She's probably legal now. All that money he got, and she's not legal.
She legal too. Well, everybody legal
too. That's what I'm saying. So that's why he said stop it. Versus,
oh, he's smart.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking ass.
Too much money.
Oh shit!
I mean, you gotta keep in mind he's a businessman first before he's anything else.
He ain't the president yet.
All right.
Oh well. I was hoping he did put more money in my pocket.
Yeah, I can't deny that either. I mean,
he definitely put more money in my pocket.
What is that on my check stub? On the computer.
Right.
I seen what is that? The ADP.
Mm-hmm.
I actually seen that I was bringing home more money.
Yeah, I did too.
I was pretty surprised about that.
I did too. I'm not going front.
And he's actually talking about right now taking some more taxes off.
I just don't like every time he's talking to a black guy, he always brings up black unemployment's the lowest. Man, that's not how you introduce a black guy.
Do you know why I think he's doing that though?
To get what? To make black people like him?
No,
that's not working.
No, not that.
Fucking Kanye.
He's trying to get mad. He's trying to get Barack Obama mad at him.
Petty.
Because I don't know if you looked at Barack Obama used to talk shit about Trump. They had what is that dinner? It's some kind of dinner they usually do every year for a president. And Barack Obama literally, and Trump was there. He literally embarrassed the hell out of Trump. I mean, you could just see Trump's face just before he even announced that he was running for president. And he just, I mean, you could just see the stone cold look of embarrassment on Trump's face. And he said right then and there, that's when he made his decision to run.
I cringe every single time I hear him say black unemployment.
But I mean, I'm happy. I'm black.
Yeah.
Shoot. But when people ain't.
But when that's the only way that you can communicate with somebody because they black, it's like, oh, okay, we get it, buddy. We get it.
Yeah.
You got it.
But
you got it.
Would you take the Hillary Clinton approach? Which is
fuck people over?
I wasn't gonna say it that far, but
I'll say it.
But she got the Jay-Z and Beyonce to do a concert for her political rally.
Did you hear what she said recently?
Oh, about Cory Booker and the other guy.
No, they all look alike.
That we all look alike.
What are your thoughts on black people looking alike? No, what are your thoughts on what Hillary Clinton said?
The cops been saying it for years.
I'm not mad that she said that. I'm not black. I can't say that. But because I think she said it in a sarcastic way because she got them confused.
I don't think it should have been said though. She
shouldn't have said that joke. I know she was trying to be like, yeah, I know to you they all look alike.
I think she forgot where she was at. She got too comfortable.
I don't know. She was on the Breakfast Club promoting hot sauce.
But see, that's pondering to us.
And that's what Charlamagne the guy said. He was like, "Are you? They're gonna think you're pondering to black people." And what did she say? Is it working?
Yeah. See there. What?
She's smart.
Yeah, she's
smart as shit.
But imagine if Trump would have did that.
What? Nothing would happen. No, nothing would happen.
No. I'm talking about
you get grabbed by the pussy.
I'm talking about far as people talking about it though. This was swept under the rug when she said it. If Trump would have said all black people look alike, it would have been
not swept under the rug. They made a huge. Oh, you talking about the Hillary Clinton thing?
Yeah. No, it wasn't that big.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. I didn't see it on every news.
Oh, you want to know why though?
I see it on Twitter, but not on.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because she's Democrat.
Yeah.
Don't forgive that. But no, I got to keep the same energy. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Yeah. If you're white, I don't think you should make jokes like that.
Period. Right?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I got to keep that same energy because if that was Donald Trump, nothing would have happened. But they would have chewed his ass off. I want people to keep that same energy. I'm like, you know what? But
how do you feel about what happened to Justice Kavanaugh, Brett Kavanaugh, about him being accused of rape And
well, truth be told, I followed it, and it's very hard to believe either side of the story.
Did you hear that the ladies, one of them recanted their story, said it was all made up?
I know that she wasn't cooperating.
Not good at all.
Yeah, so like it kind of looked bad on her. But what I hate about this situation is like people can be affected by lies, and they could it could backtrack to them.
Like, can you imagine if your high school, all the girls in your high school, I mean, whoever you ever met
this wasn't even a trial. This was a job.
Yeah, interview. Like a
job interview.
Yeah. Can you imagine though? You're going for a very important position in your company, but you have multiple women that you've been with physically. Got to just come forward. That's what's happening
now.
I'm scared for my little boys.
Yeah, but here's what you think. You gotta listen to all women.
Yeah, you gotta listen to both sides.
Listen to all women and believe the truth. Because women,
but how you determine what the truth is?
You gotta listen
to both sides.
Yeah, you gotta listen to both sides.
But how do you determine, once you listen to both sides, how do you determine? We always go to evidence.
I just hate that there's real victims. There's real people who are going through like things like rape and things like sexual assault and shit like that.
How many black men been to prison for false claims of rape? Mm-hmm. It was the guy that just got released.
It's hard because it's two sides to this.
Always.
It's always going to affect the other side of the coin, because if you lie and people believe you, that other person's going to jail. There's a double standard though, because if you get caught lying, nothing happens to you, and I believe that person should be doing.
Should be prosecuted. Yeah. Actually, someone did get prosecuted for lying.
Did they?
I only seen it once ever. This girl lied on.
I've hardly heard it.
2 African American boys in college. She lied on.
This is what happened to Emmett Till.
Yeah.
You lied over being whistled at. I guess back then that was a big deal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like people nowadays just grab.
Did you hear about the
women by the pussy?
Did you hear about that? You sound like you're advertising it. Did you hear about the little black boy that got accused of grabbing that?
Man, that shit pissed me off. He's 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's 10 years old. He's crying. They called the cops. He was crying.
What you would have? But if there wouldn't have been no camera, who would have believed him?
I would hope nobody.
You will hope, but you got a white
He's a kid
and a black boy. And before that happened, I promise you, I told my wife that was going to be next. I told her before I seen that. I said that's going to be next. A little black boys are going to, but I didn't think it was going to be a grown woman.
Now.
I thought it was going to be kids doing it to kids, as far as accusing.
That boy, I bet you anything, he's traumatized. I don't know if
Did you see his little sister crying?
Did you see him crying?
Yeah, both of them was crying. They were holding each other crying.
I hate white people. No, I'm playing. No.
You know my stepdad's white. My last name white. My stepdad's white.
Yeah. No, I don't like. No one likes racism.
Nobody likes a liar.
Well, why can't people just mind their business? Like, okay, yeah, his book bag touched your ass.
But
bitch, you barely have any ass to grab. Like, why?
He didn't even see it.
No, he didn't even notice. That shit pissed me off. I'm like, man, he's a kid. He's traumatized.
I think she was, what's the correct term? Mentally ill. Because she kept saying that she was the police as well. So
no, she's just a liar. She's a racist bigot.
Yeah. Oh, let me ask you. Did you see that video of a choir teacher fighting a student?
I saw the video. I didn't read the context. I didn't understand it. Is it a black old dude?
Yeah.
I saw him tear his ass.
He was missing a lot too. It was kind of embarrassing for a black man to be missing like that. I was he can't fight.
Oh,
God. I mean, he was much bigger, had a longer reach. I said, that little kid, boy.
That little kid was kicking ass.
Yeah, he talked shit. But
what was that about?
He got fed up too. I mean, the little kid started it. He wasn't wearing the correct uniform. And the choir teacher told him, hey, you're not wearing the correct uniform. You need to put on something else. The little kid flipped, started cussing at him. Now, when I first heard the comment, they said he was saying racial slurs. He was saying nigga, but you could tell the kid was hood. There's a difference between between someone, oh, you nigger this, you nigger that. There's a difference. The kid was like,
to censor that. Well,
I'm sorry.
It's Uncensored Minds, man. You really think I'm gonna censor this fucking podcast?
But he was telling the choir teacher, you a bitch ass nigga. You know, he kept telling him, it doesn't matter. He shouldn't have said it to a teacher, to an adult, to a senior.
Yeah.
And he threw a basketball at the choir teacher. Yeah. It wasn't hard.
No, we throwing hands. We throwing hands at that point.
And you could tell the choir director, the choir teacher just got mad and he swung at him.
I heard they're bringing paddling back.
Did you know it's not against the law right now? It's not against the law for a teacher to spank your child in the state of Texas. Right now, it's not against the law.
Bullshit.
How much you want to bet?
Is it really?
It's not against the law.
But you gotta have consent, don't you?
You don't even have to have consent. But they do it out of courtesy, like my son's school. They asked us, can we, are we allowed, or can we have permission or whatever?
What do you think about that?
But
paddling, little
like that kid that was fighting that choir. Yeah,
he needs two fists.
Yeah, he should have
a couple of hands.
Yeah, and I don't think they should fire that teacher for that. But you don't be disrespectful like that. If you have a problem, you take it with your parents. But how do I feel about it? I do believe some kids need it. But before I get to that level, though, I believe that it's the teacher responsibility to communicate very well with the parents.
I don't know, man. A lot of these teachers are having problems.
I mean, like, your son is bad as hell. And if he act up again, I'm just warning you now, the next thing I'm going to have to do is give him a whooping. It's going to be a nice little paddling. You can either take care of it now, or I have to take care of it later.
Right.
I couldn't be no teacher in this day and age. I really couldn't. I do believe it should be more male teachers. It's a lot of... genetically, men are dominant. We're born like that. That's the way God created us, in my opinion. So we're naturally, buck. We buck like that. We fight. That's what we do. So when you have these teachers, I say middle school, high school, these boys are actually figuring that out. I'm dominant. I'm stronger. I'm a man. This is what I do. So they testing everyone out. But when they're going up against a male teacher they're not used to seeing in school, they're not realizing they're going against another dominant figure, another dominant male. That male is not going to take that like a woman teacher would take it. No, and that's how you end up with that fight. But
I don't know how I feel about
if a teacher spank
I think you got the right idea. It's like,
my dad asked me. He said, "What would you done if that was your son acting up like that towards that teacher in that teacher fight?" Well,
I'm fighting my son.
No, I told him.
You want to fight so bad?
I told my pops I would ask the teacher, "Why you miss so many times? You should have been connecting. What's wrong with you?"
Look, man, I teach boxing outside on the weekend. Definitely cuts those times.
Because my son. No, this is what I tell myself. Someone told me this a long time ago. They said you can't be bad and stupid.
Right.
You can't be bad and stupid. You need to be one or the other. You either gonna be stupid and good, or you're gonna be bad and smart as hell. Yeah. But you're not gonna be both.
Yeah.
You need to be good and and smart.
I agree with that. Well, is there anything else that you want to add before we close off?
No, I thought that was pretty.
I definitely want to keep doing podcasts with you, man.
Yeah,
I like
awesome.
it. I like your energy.
I appreciate you inviting me. Man. This is pretty awesome. I enjoyed this.
I love it too, man. All right, so next month I will be doing more podcasts. Sorry for it took so long. Had to work on my book and all that stuff, all that good stuff. Work on my book. I got a full-time family. I got a full-time job. But I'm going to try to keep making content like this for those who are interested. And support your boy. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And go share it. Go tell your friends about it. And I want you to know, I want y'all to remember, keep an open mind and don't let anybody censor you. All right, later.